This is Adit back again with another video. So in this video we are going to learn about Linux, and we are going to explore all the basics commands of the Linux, and yeah, so we are going to learn the Linux, and if you guys are here, I assume that you already know what are the why we use Linux, and what are the advantages of having good skill in Linux, right? So I'm for this tutorial I'm not going to run any virtual box or anything for the for to create like usually what people do is like install a virtual box, and inside that install Ubuntu, right? So that that Ubuntu, or even if you just use the CentOS, then you can have a graphical user interface as well. But we are not going to focus on the graphical user interface. I think that's no use for us, as we are going to learn Linux. Basically we need to know all the commands and everything. So for that reason I'm just going to use Ubuntu on Docker, and yeah, like if you want to use through the virtual box or Oracle, I think Oracle VirtualBox, or there are some other platforms as well where you can just run Ubuntu or other Linux distribution on using the graphical user interface as well. But for this one we are just going to focus on the Docker, and if you don't know how to run Docker and how to run the Ubuntu image inside the Docker, we are going to have a separate videos on Docker as well. But for just for the sake of running Docker on your virtual machine, let me show you what you can do. Okay, great. So I hope my terminal is visible, and now what we're going to do is first of all let me check my Docker, and let's check if there is any container running. So basically this container is there, this is running, but we don't really care about this one. So to run the Ubuntu image, what we need to do is we just need to pull the docker pull Ubuntu, and it will take some time. For in my case it won't take that much of time because I have already pulled one Docker image, Ubuntu image already. So basically Docker also caches those things, so that's the reason it doesn't take much time in the next so first time it will definitely going to take some time, but for the later on it is not going to take that much of time. And after that once the Ubuntu image is here, we can just check Docker images, and inside that if you are able to see, like here it is Ubuntu. So I'm just going to run Docker run and dash ID stands for interactive modes and Ubuntu, and I'm just going to inside the Ubuntu I'm just going to run bash shell. So once we do that, and we are able to run this Ubuntu container, inside that we now we will have to run any commands that we wish to. So this is basically the file structure of Linux Ubuntu, and we are going to discuss about each of the directories that we have over here in the later on. But for now we're just going to focus on some basic command first, and after that we will move forward. Okay, so now for this Docker thing, don't bother about this. We are going to have a separate videos on that Docker and stuff as well, but for now we're just going to focus on the Linux. So now the first command that I would like to discuss is echo. Okay, so what echo does is like it just prints up print out something that we put after the echo, like if you just put echo hello, then this is going to just print out hello. Okay, so basically in Linux there are two type of command. One is internal or built-in commands, and there are external commands as well, which we will look into that. And to check the type of command, like suppose we want to check the type of this echo command, so if we just run type echo, this is going to print echo is cell built-in command. So this is basically an internal command. Okay, and what if we just want to look for type mb, which is used to move one file from other to other directory or other files. So here we are able to see like mb is an user bin mb. So basically this is a external command. It comes with a user bin and mb, right? So similarly there are other commands as well, like we have echo c, we also have cd. Suppose we ls command is to list the directory, and there is also one ll. This basically shows the more detail about that, all the directories that we have. So basically this is going to so all the details, like it's a directory, or do we have the read write permissions. R for stands for read, R W stands for write, and X stands for executable, I think. So we are going to discuss about these things later on as well. So for now, just move in first of all, let's just create a directory over here. And to create a directory, let's just run make dir, and just to create a directory we run usually mkdir, and that stands for like make directory. And we are just going to create a directory called hello world. And now if we just ls list all the directory, we are able to see that there is one directory called hello world. Okay, so all the things that we're going to do, we are going to do inside this hello world only. And there is a command called clear as well, which just clear the console, clear the terminal. Okay, and just list all the directories, and then we move to hello world. Inside the hello world, now what we're going to do is like if we want to check what is the where we are, right, present working directory. So basically the path of the present working directory. So to do that, we can just run pwd, and this is just going to slash hello world. So basically slash stands for home, and inside the home we just have one directory called hello world. Inside that directory we are currently we are in that directory. And if we just ls, so basically there is nothing inside this directory, so no ls. Okay, so now what we're going to do is like let's just create some of the directories. Let's just create more than one directories. Okay, so let's just create a directory with some names. Let's just have javascript and golang. Let's hit enter, and let's see what this creates. So this has created three different directories. And if similarly if we could have added few more directories over here, then directories with that name also could have been created. So basically right now we have golang, java, and javascript directories over here. Okay, so now what this is just to create multiple directories at once, and then we just ls, and it is just going to say all those directories. Okay, now if we just want to navigate inside let's just go inside the golang, and over here just ls, and we check the pwd. So pwd is for the present working directories. Let's just hit enter, and here we are able to see that we are inside home, then hello world, then golang, right? Now what if we want to create a file inside some directory, right? So let's just create a file, and to create the file okay, let's I need to show one more thing inside this directory as well. Like what if we want to create directory inside a directory, and it's like we need to create some subdirectories as well, right? So to do that, what we can do is we can have make dir, and suppose inside the Golang we are going to create some directory, right? First directory that we are going to create is web. Inside that we are going to have cloud, and then user, and okay. So I'm expecting to create these all these directory, web, cloud, user, and other, right? That will be the last directory that we. So now let's just check this, what happens. So basically we can't create the cannot create a directory, web, cloud, no such file or directory available. Okay, so reason for this error is that currently there is no web directory, there is no cloud directory there, and that's the reason we are not able to create a directory as well. Now to run this and to create all this, what we're going to do is we are going to pass one flag, and that is mkdir and -p, and then we just pass the web, cloud, user, other, and if we just hit enter, this will definitely create all those directories. So let's just hit enter. Now if you are able to see, like if you just ls, we are inside the web. Let's just go inside the web, and then we are inside the cloud. Let's just go to the cloud, and if we just ls, we are inside the user, and inside the user ls, and then they just go to that and ls. And now we just if we just do the pwd, we are able to see like we are inside the hello world, Golang, web, cloud, user, and other. Okay, so this is how you create the subdirectories in Linux. Okay, now we just clear the terminal, and now we will look into some other commands as well. So right now we are inside the Golang, web, cloud, user, and other stuff, but we are going to go back certain directories. Like to go back, we just go to c ... and this will, if we just put one ... then it will just go one directory back. And now if we just want to do c ... /.. okay, so we are directly inside the hello world now. Okay, and we're just going to go one more directory. We can just stay here for a while, and we have already discussed about the cd. And now, okay, so now what if we just want to move this directory to some other directory? Suppose we want to move Golang directory to the, let's just move the JavaScript to the Golang, right? So to do that, we're just going to need JavaScript to Golang. So basically this is the JavaScript, here is the source, and this is the destination. Okay, and we just, if we just put hit enter, okay, so no such file or directory. And the reason for that is like I haven't selected this file. I need to put the absolute path, I guess. So to do that, we now if we just have to ls, that the JavaScript directory is inside the Golang. If we just want to go to the Golang, and let's just ls, we are able to see the JavaScript is inside the Golang, right? And just now we are going to look into some other commands as well. So we can also move the files as well with a similar way. And what if we just want to move the JavaScript back to where it was, right? So to do that, we just have JavaScript, and we just move one directory back. Does this work? Okay, yeah, so it seems to be working. And we just ls, and we are able to see that we have moved the JavaScript back to its original position. right? So this is how we are able to move the directory or a file. We will look into the file as well, and yeah. So now what we can provide the path of a few more files as well, like uh, if we just try to move some other directories, like inside the Golang we have some certain directories, right? And we want to move those directly to the JavaScript. We can also do that by just using mv and then Golang. And inside the Golang, what directory we have, I actually don't remember. So I think it might be web, right? So let's just move web and we just put it to JavaScript. Okay. Oh, I made a mistake over here. And now if we just see, let's just go inside the JavaScript. Earlier there was nothing inside this JavaScript directory. Let's just check now if there is anything, and we are able to see like there is a web directory inside the JavaScript. And then let's just go inside the web, and we are able to see like from the web all the subdirectories are also moved to the JavaScript directory, right? Yeah, so let's just go back now, and we are going to do the rest of the stuff over here as over here only. So now what we want to copy a directory or copy a file from one directory to another. So first of all, let's just learn how to create a file, right? To create a file we can just use Dutch, and we can have that file as let's just have language.txt. okay, if we just ls, we are able to see that we have created this language.txt, and currently there is nothing inside the language.txt, but we can put something inside this language.txt, and to put some values, I think we can use something like this. We just get, yeah. So basically if we just want to pass some text inside the language.txt after creating it, there are other methods as well, but we can use echo as well. We suppose we can just create echo, and we just put hello world, we have certain language directory over here. Yeah, so now if we just do like this, and language.txt, and we just hit enter, this text, this hello world, and we have certain language in the directory, this will move to the language.txt. so if we just pick inside the language.txt, we can just to pick into the language.txt, we can run this command cat language.txt, and here you will have to see like hello world, we have certain language directory. So basically this has removed this earlier directory, earlier sent characters that we have put inside the language.txt, and it is replaced with this one. So this is one of the way, but there are other ways as well. We can just open the language.txt in some editor, and then edit it and then save it. We are going to look into the Vim editor as well, and in later on videos we will try I will try to help you install the neo Vim or Vim inside the Linux or Mac OS. I'm not pretty sure. Okay, so now if we just want to put this language.txt inside some other directory, so instead of moving it, we are just going to create copy this language.txt to some other directory. Suppose we are going to move this to a JavaScript directory. So to do that, we can just run cp, which is like copy file, So let's just language.txt. We're just going to copy this inside JavaScript. Okay, and if we hit enter, now language.txt is over here, but let's just see inside the JavaScript if we are able to create copy this over there. And yeah, we have this language.txt over inside the JavaScript directory as well. Let's just peek inside this file, and we have the same sentence, right? We can just clear this terminal now, and we are going to look some other commands as well in the Linux. So now there are, suppose we have a we want to delete the file as well, right? So to remove the file, or we can also remove the directory as well, but for now we're just going to remove this language.txt from the JavaScript directory. So to do that, we can what we can do is rm is basically used to remove the to delete the file. So language.txt rm space language.txt, and when we hit enter, and now if we just list the directory, and we are not able to see there is no language.txt, right? So we have successfully removed the file as well. Yeah, so this is how we do it. And there are certain cases where we want to copy a directory, like we want to copy subdirectory to other directories. So to do that, let's just try it. So what I'm trying to do is copy this Java directory, not Java, but let's just copy this Golang directory, golang/web to Java. Okay, so to do that, we just run golang/web, and then we have Java, and we try to copy this to the Java directory. If we just hit enter, we won't be able to do that, right? So why we are not able to do it? Okay, so basically this is saying no such file or directory, copy cannot start Golang web. So what if we just pass a flag over here called -r, which I don't know, it I think it stands for the recursive call. So let's just do that, and still we are not able to see anything. Okay, there might be some other way. Do we have a wave inside this? Oh, sorry. So inside the Golang, we don't have wave, and that's the reason we are not able to move the wave to the Java directory, right? So instead of moving the wave from the Java, we have this wave directory inside the JavaScript as we moved from Golang to the Java. So just go back, and then copy JavaScript/web, I think, and inside the web, so basically we're just going to move it to Java, and we are not able to see. So basically CPS and dash are not specified omitting directory. So now if we just run this -r, and now if we just go inside the Java, we are able to see web is also copied inside the Java directory. Okay, so these are some of the basic commands that we usually use, and yeah, so these are some of the basic commands that we have seen. And this is it for this video. In the next upcoming video, we are going to look into some other commands as well, which are quite important. And so this way we are going to cover a lot of all the basic commands and stuff that we can do with Linux. So this is it for this video. If you like the video, consider subscribing, and thank you for watching.